Our next guests are from Queens Parish, Elaine Crosby, and the pastor, Father Tim McDonald. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Bart.
Yeah, great to have you back, as you are the location for the community-wide Easter dinner.
You said that perfectly. We're just a location.
Yes, you are part of a team that welcomes in the whole community to provide an Easter dinner for anyone.
Everyone's welcome.
What's the history of this? We've talked a little bit before the show. We have the Christmas dinner and the Easter dinner. Which came first, the chicken or the ham?
Or the egg, as Easter is approaching. There was a great write-up done about the community-wide dinners back at Christmas time. It appeared in Faith magazine that goes out to all the Catholics across the Diocese of Lansing, and also in our Sunday Visitor, a national publication, did an online article about it, because they did a national story and found how few churches actually make something like this happen on Christmas Day, on Easter Day. You know, many churches will broadly define what is Christmas, what is Easter. Maybe they have something a week before, a week after. But to do it on the actual day, what a sacrifice for families to take them away from their usual festivities and involve them in something that's only for the benefit of other people. And, so now in his 25th year, the Christmas dinner came first, then Easter, and we've had a dedicated core team of volunteers since its inception. But it really is a unification of many Christian churches and other faith communities across Jackson. And certainly it's very eclectic when you look at the guest list. It shows the true diversity of our Jackson community all come together.
I think one other thing, though, about those that sacrifice to be there and work, I think for a lot of those people, it's something they need, too. They might be alone, or their kids might be out of town.
Right, yeah. No, absolutely. We get a lot of single people, like myself, my sister, people that your family, like you and Karen, come help, and it could be that your kids are doing something with their in-laws. It is a nice place, and it's not for real long. Nobody's there like all day, except for a few of us. But for the most part, you're only there for about 2 or 3 hours. You're either setting up, or you're serving, or you're cleaning up.
So we want to reach three groups of people today. People that might be volunteers, people who might be guests, and people who might need a ride.
We do give a ride, and thanks to the ISD and the bus drivers at Lumen Christi, we now have a handicap bus too. So we have 2 buses going out. We did at Christmas, and it worked very well. So if you're in a wheelchair, it's a lot easier now. So when you call, you talk about, the person that's answering the phone will help you through with some transportation options.
What's the menu for Easter dinner?
Oh, it's always, ham, probably some kind of scalloped potato, something like that, vegetable, and then a lot of Queens parishioners make the desserts and the salads. So there's a lot to eat. Don't go away empty, because we give you something to take home too.
You give people to-go meals as well.
Yes.
The QR code will take you to the volunteer. You do like a sign up genius volunteer sign up. So you choose the thing you want to do and the time you want to do it, and it doesn't even have to be on Easter Sunday, because there's some
before, during, and after. So we need help to set it up, we need help to serve it, and help to clean it up when it's done.
Right now we're full for setting up. We do need some more people for cleaning up, which is on Monday, since there's no school that day. Did you know that? There's no school on Monday?
They never seem to have school.
Well, they're taking a lot of breaks.
Are they off today?
It's not snowing, so I guess not. You can also go to queenschurch.com, and you can sign up and find all this information on there too.
Awesome. Well, Father, next week is, I think, one of your busiest weeks of the year.
You aren't kidding.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus suffered a lot more than we will during Holy Week, but it really is the high season. And the Easter dinner is really a great way to cap it off. Because for the most part, the Sacred Triduum, as we call it, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, some of that's rather more in a somber tone. But by the time we get to the empty tomb on Easter Sunday, we truly are ready to celebrate and shows the universality of our faith to gather so many people together on Easter afternoon at the community-wide Easter dinner. So we look forward to anyone that has no one else to spend the holiday with, come spend it with friends at Queens.
Well, you really do go through pretty much the whole New Testament, starting with Palm Sunday and lasting all week.
We're walking the way of the cross with Jesus from Holy Thursday night to the upper room where he washed the feet of his disciples. Then there's the altar of repose, which is Gethsemane. Then we go out with him to the cross on Good Friday, then to the tomb, and then we await the light that shines in the darkness.
The weekend also includes introduction of new Catholics.
Oh yes, this is an ancient tradition in the church that people used to prepare for years for baptism. Now we've whittled it down for adult confirmation and baptism. It can be done in a period of months, but at every Catholic church all around the planet, at the Easter Vigil, that is the preferred time to receive converts into the church. So at Queens, we're going to baptize 15 adults, and then I believe that we're going to offer 30 First Communions, 30 confirmations. So it starts at 9 p.m. My estimate is we'll still be in there at 11:55. If we're still in there at midnight, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah, because I have to get up the next morning and make
Don't we
potatoes
all?
or something.
Well, it is surprising to someone who might not be aware that it can be a lengthy service. We were there last year.
Well, once in a lifetime experience. If you've
Yeah.
never seen an Easter Vigil in a Catholic church, you need to try it out. It starts in complete darkness inside and out. Every light is put out, even the parking lot lights, the porch lights, everything. The exit lights, well, don't tell the fire marshal, no. But then we start with a fire outdoors. It's amazing, really
Yes.
something.
Our own David Barker.
That's right.
He was the one baptism in the
Last-
Queen's Easter Vigil last year. So, and
Yeah, that
now
was
he's
cool.
a great asset to you and to us.
Yes, he is. We love David. Now, also, I was at Queens last Friday. You had a second grader that was
Young
first-
Ian Murphy, he wanted to become Catholic. You know, going to a Catholic school, we're open to people of all faiths, but of course they have to attend our religion class, and we preach the Catholic tradition and our scripture. And Ian wanted to become Catholic to make a first communion with the rest of his class on Sunday, May the 5th. And how brave he was to stand up there in front of everyone else. The sad thing is he wasn't supposed to be alone. I simply forgot to invite his sponsor to come up and stand with him. So leave no child behind, but we put Ian out there on the plank by himself. Sorry, Ian.
He did a nice job.
He did
a
very
nice
bold.
job.
Yes,
Yeah.
and very joyful. He was so happy.
He was.
And I went to his class later that afternoon, and he was even happier. It's amazing.
Well, he wasn't nervous anymore.
Well,
Now, you were educated on St. Patrick last week. What did you learn about St.
Friday,
Patrick?
March the 17th is the feast of St. Patrick. There's only 4 million people that live in Ireland, but 40 million Americans of Irish descent. So I told the children at the Mass, tell me something intelligent and true about St. Patrick. And what did we learn? That he was a redhead. This is unverifiable, but perhaps he was a ginger. And then, of course, we were told that he became a saint by playing pranks on other people. So this sainthood business must not be as hard as we thought, because even your sins can lead to sanctity.
Apparently. The Feast of St. Joseph it's
Today
Saint-
is the
today.
solemnity, one of the greatest feast days in the church. So on a solemnity in Lent, whatever you gave up for Lent, you can have today, unless it's not something you should ever have.
You're kidding.
If you gave up
See?
beer, you can have beer. If you gave up dessert, you can have dessert. So there's feasting and fasting. Lent is fasting, but a solemnity is feasting.
So you can go off your sacrifice on St. Joseph's Day.
You
You
can.
gave up candy. You can.
Yes.
Wow.
We should have been on earlier this morning. We've
I
been
was-
burning daylight, and now half,
Now everybody's
half the day
finding
is
out.
wasted. They're all going to be clamoring to get to Myers and Walmart.
And is it true that today's the only day you can get married during Lent?
You know, I don't think it's a tradition to marry during Lent, but it's not forbidden either.
Oh.
So it can happen. In fact, I did a marriage blessing this last Sunday afternoon. A couple, one of them is going to get baptized at the Easter Vigil, but they were married, of course, outside the church, since she wasn't Catholic. They wanted to fix that before she comes into the church, and I asked them, well, how did you meet? And they both worked at Taco Bell on East Michigan Avenue. So where did they have their reception on Sunday after the marriage blessing? Taco Bell on East Michigan Avenue. Free gorditas for everybody.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing both of you at the community-wide Easter dinner located at Queen of the Miraculous Medal social center at Queens Parish on the campus Easter Sunday.
Yeah, bring volunteers.
Thanks for all the work you all do on this, and thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bart.
From Queen of the Miraculous Medal Parish, Director of Parish Engagement, Parishioner Engagement, Elaine Crosby, and Pastor Father Tim McDonald. Our match specialist from